welcome to Old Faithful Western South Dakota's premier one-eyed cowboy guitar show. My thanks as always to the incomparable Johnny Hastings and to Haggerty's Music Works for allowing me to film here. My thanks to, please support my friends and my I'm having trouble today. So this guy I met recently at the new Iron Phoenix, and I'm quite happy to give a plug to the new Iron Phoenix on Sturgis Road here in Rapid City. Robert and Jennifer Heckel and the small but scrappy crew are here for the Black Hills music scene, and we're here for them. Anyway, this guy came to an open mic night, and I saw him, and I was like, hey, guy. And so then he got up, and he played a song, and he was using all of the jazz chords, and I was like, well, that's pretty impressive. And then, next thing I know, so we're all having fun, he's back up with a fiddle, and I was like, now I have to go talk to this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kyle Blessing. I presume that your parents are named Papal and Easter.
Not quite.
No?
No.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us about you before we get into all of these toys that we have?
Well, from Long Island, New York.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I moved here in August, and but I was living in Philly for the last 6 years or so.
Okay.
So been moving around a little bit
Well, welcome.
recently. Thanks.
Do you like it here?
I love it here. Yeah.
How did you get here?
In a truck.
In a truck. And he's got a country sense of humor. All right. What enticed you to visit us here?
Well, I was in Philly, and I've been wanting to get out of there for a while.
Okay.
And then the pandemic happened.
Right.
And it wasn't super fun to be in Philly for that, for one thing. And also, I started teaching online. I was teaching music for a few years, and then once that all started, I started teaching all my students online. So I figured, well, I could live wherever I have internet at this point. And my buddy had actually just come back he'd been living out here in Spearfish for 3 years or so. And he had just come back to Philly about 3 weeks before the pandemic hit.
Oh.
So he got stuck on my couch for that whole time.
I see.
We were just in Philly for, up until July or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, man, the East Coast sucks right now. Let's go to South Dakota. Nothing bad's happening there. It's probably a lot more chill. I was like, that sounds good to me. So went home to Long Island for 6 weeks or so. And kind of hated it, and just came out here, rented a U-Haul, just drove cross country. First time doing that.
I see.
And
well, good for you.
Yeah.
And you like it here? You planning to stay?
For the time being.
For the time being?
Well, I'm stuck here currently.
Oh, now you're stuck here.
Yeah, apparently that's the thing that happens.
There's a pattern I'm seeing. You getting stuck places.
Well, no, I'd say this is the first place I'm stuck.
Okay, all right. So anyway, quite obviously, music has been a huge part of your life. Mm-hmm. Tell us how that started. Was it back in Long Island?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad was a musician. So,
okay.
He was since I was a little kid, my dad was dragging me around to, his bar gigs or open mics he was running, or, going to bluegrass festivals, stuff like that. And he tried to teach me guitar when I was 8, but it didn't go super well, so that didn't stick at that time. So I started playing viola in the school orchestra when I was about 10.
Okay.
And then I picked up guitar a year later when I was in middle school. There was a guitar club starting, so yeah. And then my first teacher, I got a private teacher that year, and he was teaching me viola, guitar, and then he also played fiddle, and I always loved bluegrass, so he started teaching me that, a little bit of mandolin. So yeah.
So first question, was your dad in a band? Or
Yeah.
He was in several bands.
Yeah, my dad was always in bands when I was growing up. Yeah.
All right. And second question, forgive my ignorance, what is the bluegrass scene like in Long Island, New York?
It's cool. It's probably like anywhere else. It's kind of small. You know? But it was good. There's this great band, Buddy Miriam and the Backroads, that were they were kind of probably the biggest act in Long Island. And my original fiddle and guitar teacher, he played fiddle for them sometimes and stuff. So, but my dad would always take me to see them all the time. But yeah, it was small. It was a yearly bluegrass festival, and then small gigs around during the summer, outdoor places. A couple times we went to bigger ones further away, Pennsylvania and stuff.
I was going to ask about that. How far out did you get to see
probably
bluegrass?
Just Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Far. Yeah.
That's kind of pretty good. What we would think of as bluegrass country. Long Island, New York.
No,
not so much.
You wouldn't think so, but there's a good scene.
That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll have to visit when the pandemic's over.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So you're out here. You're teaching lessons now, and you're playing bluegrass. and we've got some instruments to talk about. Are we all done talking about you and your family?
Sure. Yeah. That's fine.
Your sister didn't sit on your first guitar or anything?
No.
Wacky stories we can think of?
No.
Okay. Well, we better talk about this right here.
All right. So, you want me to start?
However you want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just winging it here like we do every week.
All right. Yeah, it's my Alvarez. So, I've actually, well, I guess that my first guitar was like an acoustic Honer that my dad gave me. But the real only two guitars I've used a lot, acoustics, were Alvarez's. So, I had like a small one that he gave me when I was probably like 12 or 13.
Okay.
It was like a 3/4 size body with like cutaway, so it's more like a finger picking guitar.
Right.
But it was acoustic electric, so it's nice. But I have a tendency to really bang away at my guitar. I like it loud, and probably on account like I'm hard of hearing in my left ear, so I always was like trying to play it louder than it could really be played. So I always knew I needed like a dreadnought or something like that. And,
sure.
So apparently my dad had bought me this. He was planning to give it to me when I graduated college. Then I dropped out.
Oh.
And he was pretty pissed about that for about a year.
Yeah.
So and then like maybe like a year and a half later after that, like one day, I don't know, it was probably around, for like a birthday or something like that. He's like, hey, I was gonna give you this when you graduated, and then I was pretty pissed, so I was gonna get rid of it, and then I decided I'll just give it to you anyway. So here you go.
Thank you very much.
So,
What's his name?
It's nice. Carl.
Carl. Thank you very Carl Blessing, I presume.
Yes.
It's a gorgeous. I'm a huge fan of Alvarez's.
Yeah, I love this guitar.
But it's like a very gorgeous bourbon burst on top.
Yeah, I love the look.
The more I look at it, the more in love I fall with it. Is that a real bone nut?
I'm not sure.
Actually.
Okay. I'm not like super into the specs of my guitars, to be honest.
Right. Did you have the pickup put in?
No. Came with that. It's a good pickup though.
We like it. Do we know what it is?
It's a LR Bags.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm used to having the ones where it's like got like the Fishman system like here, but this is my first one with this. But I like the sound of it.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Did you put the dings in the headstock, or was it a pre-owned instrument?
Me. No, I probably did that.
You did that.
I don't take the best care of them.
And hopefully we get a picture of it. I tried to get it in the shot. This is the coolest case that I've seen in weeks. I've never seen one like this. It's a Fender case. And you said, how did you get it?
Yeah, I used to have like DIY punk shows at my house in Philly.
Okay.
And it was just left there by somebody at some point along the line. I don't know exactly when, but yeah, like after a few months, I was like, that case has been here a long time.
Right.
And then I just kept it around because I was like, maybe it's one of my roommates and they forgot about it. And I took it with me from like house to house for like a couple years. And then when I was finally leaving Philly last summer, I was like, well, no one ever asked about this thing, and I don't have a hard case, so I'm taking it. And finally, took a while, though.
You actually took it around, trying to return it.
Well, I wasn't trying to return. I just kept it around in case someone asked about it.
I see.
Yeah. I had a soft case for this before that, so
yeah.
I was like, I need a hard one.
Well, what a good guy.
Good
job.
I try. Thanks.
So, I think, do you want to play the guitar a little bit? You might as well.
Good.
You got it.
Yeah. Could do something. Let's see. Working on a new song.
The entertaining part of the show where we dig around for a pick. All right. Did we get a pick?
No, I got one.
All right.
Yeah, I could do like an original one I've been working on. Let's see if I remember all the words for it. Actually, it's got new strings on it. Just had Laura here set it up, by the way. So shout out to her.
Laura Mills says change your strings. Yeah, we'll just do that right now.
Maybe not right before this, but we'll see how it goes. All right. I won't believe in God above if they won't believe in me. Yes, I suppose that there's still love, and that's the most that you ever see. But I don't understand your heart. No, I'm not saying that I won't believe in something I don't comprehend. Guess I'm just talking 'cause I can. Did you to see footprints in the snow and follow them out the back. Some sunken spirit of the road that showed you all I lack. Though things can never stay the same, I'm a lover of chaos and I'll never change. Nothing but God could hold me still, and it feels I'm blowing away. I pray that God might hold me still, oh, still I'm blowing away.
Thank you. I like it.
Thanks. That's the first half. I'm doing the second half this Friday with Josh.
Awesome.
Phoenix, so.
Was that the first public performance?
Yeah. I just wrote
Oh
that
my
one,
goodness! Wow! Thank you so much.
Thanks.
We better get on to the fiddle, as
All right,
we call
right,
it here
yeah.
in Western South Dakota. You might call it a violin in Long Island or Philly. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I had a orchestra director for like a youth orchestra, and he used to call the violin section the first fiddles. I was like that, so I just call it a fiddle.
Before we get started on this, these are two of the many instruments that you play. How many do you play?
Well, or because I can fake my way through some, but
Right.
I guess well, so this is a 5-string. So I'm originally a viola player. I think I mentioned that.
Oh, okay.
And then my first teacher, he actually had a 5-string because he taught fiddle and viola.
Okay.
So I always wanted one, and then I saw this like maybe like my first or second week in Philly, going to the violin store. I was like, I gotta have that.
So,
um,
what is this called?
it's a lot of different names people try to come up with for them. 5-string violin. I've seen like violon, 5-string viola. That sounds cooler to me.
Wow, I had no idea. I'm learning stuff as we go. How common are these?
Don't see him that often. I mean, my teacher was the only one I'd seen for a while. I did recently see, Jason Isbell.
Yes.
His wife that plays with him. I'm trying to remember her name.
Amanda Shire.
Amanda Shire. She
Yes.
plays a 5-string too, actually.
She does.
I think she's originally a viola player as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you see him every once in a while.
Do you still have a 4-string?
Yeah, I have a viola at home.
Okay. Does it get confusing, or do you pick up?
I've been playing this thing for a while, so no.
Okay.
No.
Cool. Well, and we've got a whole bunch of toys on the floor here.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us the story about this? How you got it and stuff, or did you already?
Yeah, I mean, it's not much of a story. Like I said, I saw it in the store, and I was just like, I've always wanted one of those.
Sure.
And it was a good price, and it's also electric and got this nice little volume on the side.
Wow.
Because a lot of the time when people have electric violins, they'll do like put the pickup on the bridge kind of thing.
Right.
And it just kind of sounds thin because you're just really getting the resonance of the strings and not the body. So
Right.
this one actually has the pickup like inside the body. So
Oh, cool.
it's a much better sound plugged in and just, it's just a nice instrument. So, the first time I played it, I was just like, yeah,
This is what we need right
Yeah.
here.
So, yeah.
Was this the one I saw you play the other night?
Yeah, it's really the only one I play these days.
And I did not notice that it was 5-string. I feel kind of embarrassed now. I should notice things like that.
It's all right.
And so we do regular fiddle playing through a microphone and stuff, but we also do this. Tell us about all this. We brought gear, we brought toys, everybody.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're in the shot, but so it's like I think around here people really just see me doing like fiddly stuff with like Josh and whatnot. But when I was in Philly, I was playing more in like bands, doing like experimental music, punk, stuff like that. So I like doing like lots of textures. So I got my looper over here. Well, actually, I had this exact same looper and it broke, so I'm currently borrowing my buddy Josh Shepard's.
Okay.
Shout out to him. He was on the show. We got my reverb pedal, which I traded a viola for to my old roommate. And it's funny. It's like a digital reverb. It's got some cool sounds. My ZVEX Sonar, it's a tremolo pedal.
Okay.
And then this Pod 2 I got last year. It's really cool. It's a polyphonic octave pedal. So there's all sorts of stuff. I got it to like kind of imitate like an orchestra sound for this band I was playing in last year, and I've been finding all sorts of cool uses for it though. I always wanted an octave for this thing because if you know Andrew Bird, he does that kind of thing. He'll send his violin through like
Andrew Bird.
Oh, he's really cool.
Okay.
He's a violin player.
I'll
also
look up
kind of
Andrew
does this
Bird
type
as
of
soon as
stuff.
I get a chance.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, he'll do stuff like he'll run it through like an octave down type pedal and lay down a bass line.
Sure.
And then overlay some strings, using like the looper and then solo over that or whatever.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I got right here.
Very, very cool. As the band Alabama famously said, if you're going to play in Philly, you got to have a fiddle in the band, right?
I don't know about that, but sure.
Are we ready to do this thing? What we're going to do?
Yeah.
We are playing through Haggerty's Music Works, Princeton Reverb, which is for sale. I hope it doesn't sell soon because I'm liking it, but it is for sale. Remember to my sponsorship with Trask K LLC, large, round, and square bales, and Amanda Shire says change the 5 strings on your violin. How about that? Are you ready?
Yeah, let's try something.
All right.
So I just got this thing last night, so I'm just gonna wing something.
And that's the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Kyle Blessing for being on. That was awesome.